Good day and welcome to Alive News Network. I am Amarachi Odinaka and here are the headlines. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu approves 12 division structure for Nigerian Army and orders recruitment of 28,000 personnel. Court sentences 3 to life imprisonment over Oyo school kidnap. Kogi State infrastructure expands economic opportunities. And now to the details in full. For years, the Nigerian Army organized its operations around 8 divisions. From this week, that number rises to 12. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has approved an expansion of the Nigerian Army's structure from 8 to 12 divisions, alongside the recruitment of 28,000 additional personnel in what the presidency describes as a major boost to the country's security architecture. A statement signed by the president's media aide, Bayo Ononuga, said the expansion builds on the administration's sustained investment in armed forces, including the acquisition of critical military platforms and equipment, improvement in troop welfare, and continued support for operational readiness. Under the new structure, 4 additional divisions will be created. They are the 5 divisions in Makurdi covering Benue, Nasarawa, and Kogi states, the 9 divisions in Ilorin covering Kwara and Niger State, the 10 divisions in Jalingo covering Taraba and Adamawa states, and the 83 divisions in Benin City covering Edo, Delta, and Bayelsa states. The remaining 8 divisions retain their existing locations spanning Kaduna, Ibadan, Jos, Port Harcourt, Maiduguri, Sokoto, Lagos, and Enugu. The presidency said the new divisions will improve command and control, decentralize operational decision-making, strengthen border security, and ensure faster military responses to threats nationwide. Implementations will happen in 2 phases. The first, covering 5, 9, and 10 divisions, and the reorganization of existing formation is expected to be completed by September this year. The second, covering the establishment of the 83 division, is expected to be completed by December. President Tinubu commended the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Waidu Taibu, and all the officers and soldiers of the Nigerian Army for their professionalism and commitment to defending the country's sovereignty and territorial integrity. And now to the Orire adoption verdict. For 56 days, they held innocent school children and teachers captive in the forest of Oyo State. Now, a federal high court in Abuja handed down a sentence that would outlast them. The 3 men convicted in the Orire school adoption have been sentenced to life imprisonment. Justice Salim Ibrahim delivered the judgment, ordering that the life sentences given to Abdulrazak Umar, also known as Abu Khalifa or Abu Khalid, Yunusa Musa, also known as Yunusa bin Musa, and Amsu Adamu Sani, also known as Abu Itar, will take effect from the day of their arrest. The 3, all from Niger State, were arraigned by the Department of State Service on 10-count charge bordering on terrorism, kidnapping, concealment of information, and related offences. They pleaded guilty to membership of a proscribed terrorist organization and concealment information on the planning and execution of the adoption. Only Umar pleaded guilty to 4 additional counts bordering on training, passing instructions, and inciting other members of the group along a particular religious ideology. While the Defense Counsel have urged the court for leniency, describing the men as first-time offenders who pleaded guilty and are remorseful, and noting that they are married with children and have aged parents who depend on them. Prosecution Counsel pushed back, arguing that the convicts knew who was behind the adoption and as citizens ought to have reported it to the authorities. The case traces back to May 15 when gunmen stormed 3 schools in Ohoro Esile, Yawota, and Alausa community of Orire local government area, adopting 49 pupils, teachers, and a toddler, and killing a teacher during the attack. The victims spent 56 days in captivity before their rescue in July, an operation that also led to the arrest of 5 other suspects now in DSS custody. And now to the news in Kogi State. Residents of Iheme Okene local government area of Kogi State are praising Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo for the ongoing construction of the Obangide Iheme Road, describing the project as a major invention that is easing traffic congestion and boosting economic activities across the area. Our correspondent reports that the development is also improving access to neighboring communities and essential social amenities.
Residents of Ihima in Okene local government area in Kogi State have commended the governor for the construction of the Obanjede Ihima Road, stating that the project has eased years of congestion and transformed economic activities in the area. The residents who spoke during the visit of the Renewed Hope Ambassadors media team touring Lokoja, the state capital, said that the new road links several communities and highways and other social amenities that has helped improve the welfare of the people of the state. The rural infrastructural drive of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu through the Renewed Hope agenda has enabled state governors to take development to rural communities in their respective states.
You can see this road. I think, if I can quote correctly, that should be around 82 or 83 when Mr. Sule Aruge Yusuf was the chairman of this local government. Then they made drainage here, and then there was a road to Adave. And since that time, the whole thing disappeared. But today, it's a mini Lagos. And you can compare this place with some of Abuja area. Yes. But we are still begging the government to give us light along the road.
In Kogi State, many of the rural communities have received dramatic turnarounds through the availability of funds from the subsidy policy of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In the area of infrastructure, the Kogi State Governor, Alhaji Ahmed Usman Ododo, is currently undertaking the construction and rehabilitation of over 600 kilometers of township and rural roads across the state. Governor Usman Ododo's administration has achieved major milestones in school infrastructure, completing 2 ultra-modern mega schools and flagging off the rehabilitation and construction of over 728 public secondary schools across Kogi State. Speaking on behalf of the community, the chairman of Ihima Welfare Association, Mr. Yakubu Obaro Galadima, said the Obanjede Ihima Road had for years been one of the most congested roads in the area.
In fact, I don't know how to appreciate God. I don't know how to appreciate you people. This road over 20 years or 30 years. Even we are not dream of this road, even not because we have a chief servant that is always stand for the grassroots. And I want to appreciate the government and the commissioner for works, Honorable Commissioner Dida. This road, during our first fever, the only road that we have normally congested. But as we heard this one now, it's helped us to reduce the congestion on the road. And at the same time, our farmers, they are easily move their outcome out of their output of their farm to market very easily. And our people in this environment, they enjoy the roads without disturbing others. We are always pray for the president for the second tenure, because we know what he's doing now. At the end of the day, if you come back for the second tenure, he will do more than this. We are praying for him. We are praying for him, both our traditional leader, including our association. We are not only praying, we are campaigning for him, to vote for him, to make sure he will come back for the second tenure. And by the special grace of God, he will contest and come and win election single-handedly.
Speaking during a field visit, the Commissioner for Works, Barrister Abdusalami Ozigi Didat, said the Obanjede Ihima Road forms part of an internal rural road network designed to connect communities and villages.
What we are seeing differently here is internal rural road that connect communities and villages. And we make sure that we bring quality roads to the people. And the only way we can do that is when you do it in the rural area, because people majorly live predominantly in the rural area. And we make sure we follow the model applied by the Federal Minister of Works, that is Engineer Umahi, by giving it a concrete pavement, as you can see yourself. Precisely, this is Ihima, part of Okehi local government. And this one leading by my right is Rusechi, called Otuteba. This one link the village again to the highway. And this one take us to Udoivo. So as we continue moving, you will see more of this concrete road or concrete pavement within the locality.
He noted that the road had been in poor condition for years, making access to farmlands, healthcare facilities, and other social amenities difficult. Since the completion of the concrete road, he said, access to farmland has significantly improved, supporting agriculture and improving economic value across the connected community. The commissioner added that residents have expressed gratitude to the government for addressing a long-standing infrastructure problem. As part of the visit, a brief stop was made to the Government Technical College, Ihima, where members of the community were engaged directly. The Ihima Rural Road Project, officials say, reflects the broader goals of the administration's rural infrastructural program, improving connectivity, boosting agricultural and economic activities, and easing access to essential services in the rural areas.
That report by our correspondent concludes our coverage of the renewed Hope Ambassadors media tour of Kogi State. Well, the residents say Obangidi Iheme Road project is not only enhancing connectivity, but also contributing to better living standard and greater economic opportunities for the people. You are watching Alive News Network. I am Amarachi Odinaka.
This is ANN.